It's Sunday, it's fun day. It is the Canadian Grand Prix. And round 8, which will mark the halfway distance of the championship, which all 20 drivers will be fighting for. And indeed, as we are here at the next door to the Olympic rowing base, or whatever they're called, or something like that. And normally there is a raft race in real world Formula 1. Sadly, ALR does not have a raft race, mainly because I'll be used as a raft and probably could hold all 20 drivers. And I don't think that's going to be much of a race if it's just me floating along there. Anyway, enough about that. It is the scene of round 8 of the championship, the scene of penalties, the scene of triumph, and also spectacular tragedy as well. Of course, if anyone remembers the 97 race where Olivier Panis broke both his legs and effectively ended one of Panis' strongest seasons, which still hurts to this day because he was absolutely phenomenal in that Prost, albeit it was more of a Ligier then, wasn't it, rather than a Prost. But anyway, that's splitting hairs, isn't it? Thank you very much, Favre. I know I'm also going to be nice to Favre as well, so he's had a very tough couple of days to a week then. So, yeah, indeed, then, of course, so far, fair. Hope you're all well, my good sir. Man, you're out. Haha. Oh my gosh, are they? Did they lose to Plymouth? It is Plymouth, isn't there, against? Oh my gosh. I can't say much being a Scouser. Well, not a Scouser, but I'm a Liverpoolian fan. Why am I a Liverpool fan? I have no idea. I think it's my granddad, to be honest. Otherwise, I would probably support Yeovil. Why do I support Yeovil? Probably because they was my first career team on FIFA 05, and I've always had a soft spot ever since. Enough about that. Let's go on with the championship standing, shall we? And I must say, whatever, I'm sure you'll rinse me. Says Farfet. I do love giving Farf a good old rinse, especially when he's in the shower. And no loss of Fulham on penalties. Goodness gracious me. Lol. Anyway, to be honest, Man United, are you surprised because they are 15th in the league at the moment, which is not ideal, is it? Right, championship. Sam Swift Ninja then has been just chipping away at this championship lead. He's now got a 44-point lead then, the first driver in ALR history to win potentially 3 championships then, and also 3 championships on the bounce as well for Sam Swift Ninja, but it's been his rivals behind, which is making it very exciting this season because not everyone in the second, third, or fourth positions really grabbed the ball by the horns. Now, I don't mean that as in a Red Bull reference or an RB reference. It's just a reference, I suppose. But Immortal is second and on 88 points and 44 points back then from Sam Swift Ninja. Toy Coin in third position, along with Troy in fourth position. A strong start for the Ferrari team, which you'll see in the constructors as well in just a few moments. I apologise if I start sniffing. I don't mean that kind of sniffing. I'm just recovering from a bout of real bad man flu. Menace in 5th position in the Mercedes on 61 points. I was expecting Menace to be the closest challenger to Sam Swift Ninja this season. That's not been apparent. And of course, also on 61 points is Lucas Percy as well. If memory very much serves me right, I got a Grand Prix win last week then. So for Lucas Percy then, but Percy had a really difficult start to the season, hasn't he? Indigo in 7th position on a decent start for Indigo on 36 points, 28 points for his teammate Legend. He's had a fantastic season so far, Legend. It's absolutely mega stuff. 9th is Keza on 24 points, 19 for Equals, he's just inside the top 10. Chappers and his Legion of Chapper Knights, and hopefully we'll see him in the comments tonight then. 11th position then. Gaz in 12th position there. MHD in 13th. He's got a new name, MHD, I said, which we'll show you in just a few moments' time, as I've also got to learn it. Brabbit 7 points, up and down for McLaren. Once again, McLaren under harsh over season. Knowlesy on 5 points with Mumford on 5 as well. 4 for Marquis, then 3 points for Cam, who scored in the last 2 races. On a good 4 now is the second kick Sauber car. Then we have Chaza and Coop, as in Soup, are on at 20 points as well. Of course, I've got an updated version of the championship because you may notice that I have included Chaza and not Boxed Out. We'll talk about Boxed Out in just a few moments' time. In the Constructors' Championship then, and I forgot to... Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I need to get a tissue to be honest, but unfortunately it's all the way over there, and I'm not going to wander all the way over there for the minute, because I'll also take all my setup with me as well, which is not ideal. It takes me half an hour to get these headsets on. In the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari leads 18 points in from the kick Sauber, but with Cam now starting to score, this is going to get very interesting then for the Constructors' Championship. I cannot wait. In third position is the Alpine team, 46 points away from the leaders, 28 points away from kick Sauber, and Alpine there have been a bit up and down really, haven't they, with Amorto and Equus, and strong start from both drivers then, but it has kind of it's ebbed and flowed so far. Mercedes in fourth position, but Mercedes had unfortunately losing one of their drivers, and Menace Bikes have to pick up most of the work then. But let's see how it goes with Chappers, a former pole sitter as well, and not a Grand Prix winner yet for Chaz, but he was very unlucky when he was a full-time driver here in previous years. 1 point behind is the Haas team, and then we got RB on 64 points, very close for the battle for fourth position at the moment between Mercedes, Haas, and RB. Red Bull Racing then currently on 38 points, and 22 points for the Williams team. Aston Martin on 20, McLaren, Mercedes again, like last season, a horror show start then. They only finished ninth for the constructors last season, if memory serves me. Not ideal at all then for the McLaren team, sadly. Hopefully they can get themselves sorted then for the remainder of the season then. And then in the constructors, or the joint constructors standings, then very close. And this is one of the closest joint constructors we have seen in many years of ALR, and probably actually of all time. Kick Sauber leads by 6 points in front of the Alpine team in second position. A big old gap now, 44 points between the Alpine and the Aston Martin. Red Bull 5 points away from the Aston Martin team. Ferrari then 6 to 10 points away from the Red Bull Racing team. Golly gosh there, as beautiful sunshine in Montreal just behind us. McLaren on 202 points. Alisa doing better in the other championships, but not too well in gold so far. Haas on 195 points. 163 points for the Williams team. Mercedes on 116 and RB on 113 points then. And for now, we got rid of all the usual pre-race malarkey. Let's get on to what you want to be seeing, and that is the beautiful Montreal Gilles Villeneuve circuit, which is absolutely lovely and bathed in sunshine. I'm sure Cup 1 year the track was breaking up, wasn't it? Was it 2008 or 10? I think it was 2008, was it, when he was told not to drive over a certain part of track, wasn't it? Because it was breaking up at the hairpin, sadly, as cars are just trundling out on circuit now. Let me just make sure. Whoops, I've just opened something I shouldn't have opened on my laptop. Don't worry, it is all PG and at this moment in time, so well, now I can't get rid of it. Great stuff. Right, oh dear, goodness me. But yes, as the drivers come out, then we do have some driver transfer news then. It's not as exciting as football transfers, I haven't said that. Football transfers are not as exciting as they used to be anyway. And I do remember when Jim White used to have that beautiful gold tie. And unfortunately, Natalie Sawyer, who used to also be in there as well, which is fantastic stuff indeed then for a brilliant yellow dress. And fantastic. Sadly, Boxstar has relinquished his Mercedes seat, mainly due to the fact that ever since season 10, that collapse in season 10, then I don't think we've seen the same Boxstar. Remember, Boxstar was leading in season 10 for so long, wasn't it? And Sam Swift Ninja took the lead then, was it about 6-7 races to go in the championship? Boxstar just couldn't find an answer, and then unfortunately I feel that has just lingered over Boxstar's head since then. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, and let's be honest about it, I don't think Boxstar probably takes this game as seriously as that, but it does make for very interesting dynamic, doesn't it? Toy Coin on circuit, and of course one of the quickest drivers pound for pound in ALR. Why do I say pound for pound? I do not know, to be honest, but unfortunately for Toy Coin, he's already invalidated his time, so we're going to leave him to it for the moment. And Keza out on circuit in the Red Bull. Keza was been a bit fed up, actually, with the performance of the Red Bull, the performance of his fellow drivers as well, as he flies past and that almost takes my toupee off. But can Keza then, I think, very vocal after the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, I think it was, or maybe the race before that. 3 Durazones around here, so we are going to expect a lot of overtaking, probably not down to this chicane here. It's quite infamous for me, as that's when David Coulthard decided to spin off in the 95 Canadian Grand Prix. If you are a David Coulthard fan, you always get a lot of these references that certainly upset you. As Kessler, goodness me, how late did he break that hairpin? That's ridiculous. Incredible stopping power there for the Red Bull machine. Chappers, I'm sure there'll be a few lurking, I'm sure Ginge said. So Chapper said, great stuff indeed. Of course, we do like the Chapper fans in the comments, and they keep me on my toes as well, which would be very nice, actually, because my feet are freezing. I've lost my slippers. Out of the final turn, then, of course, the Wall of Champions, then, which I think has just got a bit easier over the years, as Keza is the first driver to put a time on the board, then, of a 09320. Up the Haas, says Person. Of course, Haas, of course, Percy has won his first race of the season last time out in Spain. So Percy hoping to kick on now and get his second win of the season. At the moment, we have sent the Surf Ninja 44 points away and currently aiming to become the first ever driver in ALR history to win 3 championships. That has not been done in any championship ever. Of course, we've now got 3 double world champions, and then Sam Surf Ninja was the first double world champion since Emerson back in season 4 and 5, which was on F1 2020 then. So a number of years since we've had a double world champion, and Sam Surf Ninja was the first driver to ever be crowned double world champion on 2 different games as well. So Sam Surf Ninja's credentials is very much explains themselves, doesn't it? A bit rude, says Percy. An evening, Ginger and all that. Many out on mediums. I smell trouble. And Canada, the home of penalties. Indeed, it is. Of course, also we got MHD, who was MHD and is now actually Nii Candish, which I quite like that. So that's pretty cool. Makes me feel a bit more professional. Sam Swift Ninjas. We talked about him talked about him while he's done this season, and goes fastest by almost a second there, 0.8 of a second in front of the. In front of the next car, which is Menace, who's currently second at the moment. Chavez coming across the line, going 6th fastest. Chavez is doing a good job this season. One of the most unluckiest drivers last season. So am I comparing apples with apples here? Because Chappers had a lot of bad luck last season, didn't he? And it wasn't... he had the speed, so I do feel then that it probably wasn't actually Chapper's true representation of where he finished in the championship last season. Yellow flags is fluttering out here in the Montreal breeze, but as Mortal there flicks past it now, of course, Grand Prix winner as well, already at Mortal, and I think he's a 4-time Grand Prix winner now in ALR Gold. Anyway, of course, in the whole career of Mortal, he's got a lot of Grand Prix wins, as he is a champion in the 100% league we ran a few seasons ago. I think he was the first ever 100% champion as well, wasn't he, Immortal? So, but I do feel he's starting to come to his absolute best in a championship racing as he flicks past us now. Of course, racing alongside the Olympic Rowan base out of the final turn for Immortal, who has currently had 4 pole positions this season. The second highest driver of pole position this season is Menace, but Immortal currently fastest as well by the biggest of margins of half a tenth of a second there. But Menace quickly goes quicker still, 8.652 then for the Mercedes-Benz driver. And then we've got Nii Candish then, who goes into third fastest. Well, then that's going to really trip me up, isn't it, where it gets really hot in the collar. But also by 0.04 of a second improvement on over Sam Swift Ninja, with Percy popping into 5th position as well. Of course, we've got reserve drivers in here tonight then. We have Metronaf, who's normally in silver but driving in gold tonight there. Now, I feel that he's been very underperforming in silver, hasn't he? Legends only 12th fastest there, but I got to say, Legends has done a fantastic job. Other reserve driver out there is Brabbits. Looks like he's trying to drive a shopping trolley through the hairpin there. That's a bit not the quickest way, unfortunately, through that hairpin, but we're going to stick with Brabbit, the former silver champion. Flies past us now then. Farf joins in. Goodness me, there's always bad things happen when Farf joins. There's me trying to be nice to Farf, and I've already ruined it after 10 minutes. Brabbit then, look at that, how much commitment there, out of the final chicane of 13 and 14. Coming up to the line now, and Brabbit goes across the line to go 7th fastest. And even that horror show that happened down the chicane, Toy Coins invalidated again. This pressure starting to really cook now for Toy Coin. Even that horror show down in the hairpin, I must say that Brabbit, a very respectable 7th position, P7 on the grid. Then, of course, this is the whole qualifying session. We have got rid of the Q1, Q2, and Q3, so it's gone back to old school qualifying back in the mid 90s to early 2000s. Sam Swift Ninja improves. Love the helmet, by the way. Sam Swift Ninja goes 2nd fastest, and 0.8666. Is that an omen? Goodness gracious me! Well, it's certainly been an omen for the drivers so far. So Sam Swift Ninja has been very relentless in the past couple of years in Grand Prix racing. Farf has plonked himself in the Aston Martin, and I think that that's the only Aston Martin. Actually, yeah, Aston Martin not going to score today. It's both Aston Martin drivers are MIA, unfortunately. Is Chazza onto a 1940. Of course, as we mentioned, Chazza pole sitter, and I think he was a pole sitter in his debut or second race of his career back in season 5 in Japan, I think it was, or something along those lines. Oh, Kiki, all the best going in. Hi, Sean. Hey, spin. First time speaking of Sean in comms many moons ago. I love Canada since then, says Equals. Of course, this race is also infamous for Farf, as he did a commentary around here when Equals won his winning of the Grand Prix. Equals is our modern day Jean Alesi, isn't he? Hopefully, though, he will be more successful than Jean Alesi and get more than one Grand Prix win. But at the moment now, Equals has got one Grand Prix win, and yes, indeed, Farf was commentating on that infamous race as I was coming back from Walton Towers, I think, on that day. Across the line there comes Chazza and goes 16th. Does not improve position there, right down in 16th at the moment there for Chazza. Of course, Chazza in the past, as he's referenced, and has been so quick in qualifying trim. Sadly, at the moment, that's not gone too well at all. Kez has jumped up into 5th then, right behind his teammate of Nikandish, who's doing a great job out there in 4th position now. Of course, so far this season, not much to write home about with. But having said that, since Portugal has been in the points there with a 9th, a 7th or 6th, and then an 8th as well. So Nikandish are doing a splendid job as of late then. Metron Adven, what did I say? Mayran Offen, I think is what I need to pronounce it like. Currently in 7th position. Goodness gracious me, what's happening down in turn 2? Goodness gracious me. There's all kinds of stuff going on there. But over that, Equal said, what a, well, I cannot repeat that word. But something you do on a Sunday night after you watch ALR, I am sure. Serious question. Bad in Farf. P's in the Aston Martin. The Ferrari is missing. As we've also got Troy Foden sheets. And goodness gracious me. That's Chappers there, goodness me, and, well, I might be having to fold some sheets as well after that, goodness me, I thought Chappers might have been in the hedge there. Cam currently in 11th fastest in the Kick Sauber, which may rain in the race. Oh, goodness me, that's certainly making me moist. As we're oh gosh, I shouldn't be saying that. Cam then coming down the back straight then. Of course, that back straight was anything but straight back in over the previous years in Grand Prix racing, as Cam is invalidated right at the end there. Legends a 10th for a second up in the first intermediate split time. P's are hoping to continue, albeit he's down in 15th, but hoping to continue his good run of getting a podium. And Nikandish is on pole position then of an 086 so far. I don't think Nikandish has ever been on pole position in his career of gold before, but goodness gracious me, that's certainly going to ruffle the feathers of the usual contenders out there. And there's one man who's certainly going to be ruffled by that, I'm sure, as Menace I doubt to happen, but I think Menace was going a bit wide there. As here comes the Morse, then over the brow of the hill then, and now coming up into 13 and 14. That's incredible commitment, almost kissing the wall of champions, out to the final corner, across the line, and that's pole position. That could it be number 5 of the season then for Omolto, who is certainly in a rich run of form so far in terms of qualifying trim. My word. Well, that Menace goes third fast there. Sam Swift Ninja is currently just taking it all in the pit lane there. Very similar to Michael Schumacher then. And Mika Hakkinen, who used to trade pole position laps, didn't they, back in the late 90s and early 2000s there. Here's Lucas Percy, the world champion from season 9 then. Potentially could have and should have had more championships. I remember season 8 there, where that incredible infamous battle between himself, Boxster and Troy. One of the best seasons ever in ALR Gold. Fantastic. There's a car who looks like it's missed going into the pit lane there. It's one of the Red Bulls, I think, then, as we're just sticking on with Person run across the line. Pole position there with 5 minutes to go in this qualifying session there. Percy has found a bit of time in that Haas, and it is all about momentum this game isn't it? And I must say, the man in form at the moment is Lucas Percy, the latest Grand Prix winner last time out in Spain, and hoping to make it 2 wins on the bounce. But Immortal is the man with the plan in qualifying. Keza then flicking it out of 4. There he goes. My word. And of course, that wall has also claimed a lot of drivers up the years. Here comes Coop Azensuk, 2 seconds down the first sector. Knowlesy then, who has set a time of an 096, but is in the pits now. Toy Coins invalidated again. There's going to be a lot of frustration in that Ferrari. That Ferrari's not looking compliant at all, unfortunately. Menace is going for another bite of cherry on the same tyres. Interesting stuff there from Menace. Oh, this is going to get very nice indeed then. Hello, Sean. Hello, all racers. Well, good luck, Gov. Then let me look that, because Camera has sent me my lunch money again, which is fantastic. Yeah, that was lazy from Keza there. I say lazy from Keza. That might have been lazy from the Red Bull, actually. But unfortunately, trim across the grass, which is not really much of a corner you don't think about, and that is invalidated Keza's time. He probably lost more than he gained, actually. Oh, my goodness me, what happened there? I think the Keza has hit something coming in the pit lane, and I wonder if that might have damaged the under tray of the Red Bull. So if that is the case, then Red Bull going to have to really pull up their socks. We have seen them in the past in Hungary a couple of years ago, when they had to replace, change, and repair a turning. Was it like a suspension rod or something like that on the Red Bull in Hungary? Well, they might have to do something similar, but trying to get the floor off of Keza's car, we'll soon find out. Maybe I'm just being dramatic, though. Sean, you're on driver of the day duty. That's fantastic. You know who my driver of the day would be? It would be Welsh Maldonado. As for coming into... Oh, so Menace Max decides to come into the pit lane as well. I'm a little hurt that I haven't been nominated for driver of the day so far this year in bronze, but having said that, I probably deserve driver of the day on Tuesday, really, shouldn't I? Albeit, I think I was the only retirement, and what made it worse is I even pit and quit as well, which is quite shameful, really, isn't it? However, of course, do not... Don't at me is what the cool kids say these days, isn't it? May ran off. Who I think Serious Russia was just me on that one because I don't feel that's right. But here comes May ran off anyway. Licking it into, oh goodness me, I'm taking too much curb, unfortunately. Invalidated. It is Penalty City here tonight. It's not Sin City with Bruce Willis, the legend Bruce Willis. And albeit, of course, I must admit I do love Bruce Willis, but I think I only watched Sin City once. I was more of a die-hard fan, to be fair. Equal said, of course, we mentioned Equals has got a lot of happy memories here, just like Jean Lacey. Has loved the helmet design as well, coming on the back straight now. Boxall Percy's season was legendary. It absolutely was. I still remember the Dutch Grand Prix of that year as well. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and to be honest, I watched it back on mute then because, yeah, let's be honest about it. I don't think my commentary was fit for purpose that day. So Mumford's lost 0.3 of a second somewhere, so he's going to box and change those tyres there. Brabbit down into the second, I think into the hairpin as well. May ran off also coming into the pits as well 2 minutes ago. So I think that now's the time where you've got to come in the pits, so change those boots, change those tyres, and get himself sorted out. Percy has not been on pole position, I don't think, yet this season. Oh, no, he hasn't. And Brabbit out of the final turn and the silver champion. Here comes Brabbit, and look at that, he straight lined the final run up to the line there. Of course, he wants to reduce as much distance as possible, and he's certainly done that. Brabbit 6 fast, and a strong performance from the McLaren team. Only 7 points on the board so far for the McLaren team and for Brabbit. Coop, as in Soup, there down in 13th position there, but Coop's qualifying performance has not been the issue. It's been race trim there. 2,000 a second. Sam Swift Ninja almost at the limit of the performance in the car. Sam Swift Ninja there has never been a strong performer in qualifying, has it? Which I'm going to be honest, why am I throwing shade on the double world champion? Oh dear, that's not ideal. Mumford has had an issue and is out of qualifying, sadly. He's going to only finish 12th at the maximum. Sam Swift Ninja does not improve here, and that's a lot of frustration, but he does have time for one more run then for Sam Swift Ninja. But has he got the fuel is going to be my question then. And that won't be answered until the end of the next lap then. Chapper there is also on an out lap. Cam is about to start his lap now in the second kick. So no, he's not, because that's too much curb on turn 1. Very greedy was Cam, who of course is on the rich run of form and 2 points finishes in the last 2 Grand Prix. Oh God, Becca, well done. Told you, that is his name. Why would I lie to you, says Serious Mushroom. Wow. Yes, exactly. Why do I question Serious Mushroom's integrity? It's absolutely shameful behaviour by me. Toy Coin has gone 6 fastest. However, he is also, I think he was trying to get out of the way, but hopefully that yellow flag is not going to cost anyone. But Toy Coin has finally got a time together, but I do feel that Toy Coin has a lot of frustration in that Ferrari, as I do feel that he should have probably been a bit higher up on the grid, in my humble opinion. Samsung Ninja has done enough then to come through the final turn, and has done enough then to get across, and has completed it before the checker flag has fallen. 16 seconds to go then for Sam Swift Ninja. So just take a look now. I'm looking for a RB, I believe I am, but the RB has just finished then. So it's Menace Max then. It's going to be the first driver to cross the line then. Because it's such a difficult, tricky final sector there, isn't it? Out of the final turn. And here comes Menace across the line. Pole position. The checker flag has fallen there. And Menace Max is on pole position there as the times are now taken down. Lucas Percy resting that Haas car out of the chicane. Who's that jumped up the order? I didn't see who it was. Coop hasn't Soup. Noses up to to left fastest out. Sadly, Immortal's invalidated, and that's not ideal. Nee Candish is now up into fourth. Great performance there from Nee Candish. Change of name, and also not change of performance, so great stuff indeed. What about Percy? Percy there is lost a temper second in the second sector. What has Percy got in left in the tank now? He's kissed the wall of champions here. It's a glancing blow. It's got very overcast. Percy's still an effort, but he does improve on the minutest of margins. My gosh. And Samson Ninja frustrated is going to be fifth in the end, and I think that's everyone done then. It is everyone done. It is Menace Max. 3 pole positions of the season there for Menace Max. And he'll be overjoyed with that result. That's his third pole position of the season for Menace Max after a pole position in the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix and in Japan as well then. So a nice bit of rhythm going on for the Mercedes driver, but is going to be crucial for the outcome of the race. And can Menace Max now stroll on? I don't think that's the word I was looking for, but let's go with it anyway. We'll stroll on and get a second Grand Prix win, just like Equals. Only one Grand Prix win so far. However, that's his 9th pole position of his career. Now overtakes Sam Swift Ninja, who only has 8 then. But as we said then, qualifying and the race is a completely different kettle of fish. The race is where the well, it's where the points are scored, isn't it? Incredible stuff indeed then. As, look at that, less than half a tenth of a second separates our top 2 drivers in this incredible qualifying session there. BRB. And just like magic, I apologise, Elijah, I wasn't ignoring you. It is all equal performances. Camera and Serge Musher beat me to the punch, and Farf as well. Good stuff indeed there. Scraps for Equal saying, awful for me, says Chopper. Said, I'd love to know how many P2s I got in quali. Says Percy. I don't really actually record P2s and stuff like that in quali because I'm lazy. Basically, being honest with it, that's it, really. Of course, also as well, maybe wrestling fans out there are still struggling to come to terms with the shocking what happened last night. I certainly am. Goodness gracious me! Of course, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's not watched it, but my gosh, let's just say the younger version of Sean is absolutely devastated about it. Let's go through the grid. 9th pole position of the season there for Menace. Sorry, not of the season, 3rd of his season, 9th of his career. Lucas Percy alongside him on row 1. Percy looks like he's back to his best set. Is it too little, too late then? We're halfway through this season at the end of this race then, but never say never in Formula 1. Immortal in 3rd position there. What could Immortal done then? I think it was a bit, it did get a bit messy at the end there for Immortal. Nee Candish on the hard tyres in 4th position, like the pole sitter. Sam Swift Ninja in 5th position there. Sam Swift could qualify almost anywhere on this grid and still get a good result. Toy Coin in 6th position. Frustration for Toy Coin. With Brabant in 7th there. That looks strong for the McLaren team now. Can Brabant get some points today? Then we got a series of hard runners and Keza in 8th position. May ran off in 9th position and Equals in 10th position. Former Grand Prix winner here. Knowlesy is in 11th position on the medium tyres and whilst his teammate Chapper said on row 6 and it's an all-Willy row 6 and on the hard tyres. 13th position is Camden. Of course, remember, he's on a great run of form. 2 points finishes in the last 2 Grand Prix. 14th is Coop as in Soup then in the McLaren with 15th Mumford. Legends on the medium tyres. Pease, who had a podium last time, is down in 17th. Chazza returning to a full-time driver role then in 18th position there. And Farf, who's, I don't know how many starts he's got now, but I'll find out in a minute. But he is 19th on the grid there as he lost his keys in qualifying. Nee Candish says Serious Russia. Lights out, and here we go then for the Canadian Grand Prix. That's a lot of wheel spin there from Walter. And, sorry, from Menace. And look, Percy's already down into P3. And look, that's a great start then, of course. And there ain't going to be many changes of position, I don't think. There's contact between the two cars. And Mortal is ghosted there. And it's good start spin undone almost instantly at the exit turn 2. What happened to a Mortal? I do not know, but he almost went invisible there. Luckily, he didn't get any damage there. As Nick Candish dropped down 2 positions as well. Unfortunately, Champers has dropped out of position on those hard tyres there. Knowlesy's made up 1 position, as is Cam. No, Knowlesy's made up, Cam has made up 4 positions. He's flying through the field. There he is. And Cam there on a good run of form at the moment. There's a fantastic start indeed there as you go through the third chicane. And there's so many chicanes around here, isn't there? Goodness gracious me. Chicane City here in Montreal. And I'm going down to the hairpin for the first time. Knowlesy having a sniff on the inside. Yes. And unlike Johnny Herbert and Mika Hakkinen, they've made it through. Fantastic stuff. No, they haven't. Yes, they have, because Knowlesy is going wheel to wheel. We are expecting a bit of the wet, bit of a sprinkle of the wet stuff as well. Look at this, then. Menace is very much being hounded by Lucas Percy, the former world champion, then, as we come up to complete lap 1 then, as the Aston Martin of Pease had having a sniff there, but nothing more than that. Lap 1 complete. Look at the gap there. Goodness me. Let's say 10 for a second then between Sam Shep Ninja and Percy. Remember the 2 championship rivals from season 9 and season 10, and potential bit of season 11 as well. And Brabbit and Nick Candish's Avanish there in the second. Red Bull has dropped down 4 positions there. Cam is up 4 positions. Great stuff indeed there. Qualls has had a horror show. Unbeknownst to me, he's dropped down 9 positions. What's happened to the Alpine car? Chaz has got penalties there, and it's a tough race there to come in. A tough race indeed there to come in and return back to Grand Prix racing as a full-time driver then. But hats off to Chaz. But unfortunately, that first penalty could be costly, and it's going to be a long afternoon for Chaz as Toy Corner almost giving it a French kiss there to the Armco, and Nick Candish is off the circuit, and his great qualifying performance has come to nothing after just 2 laps. He needs to make sure he doesn't damage the car though, because of course he's on the harder tyres. Otherwise, that's going to almost route him to a 2-stop strategy. DRS is available, one of the newer rules in Grand Prix racing there. All over the back is the Haas on the Mercedes as you come through the final chicane. And then look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars out in the facility. Brabbit is just outside of DRS switch moment then, so it's the top 5 then scampering off into the distance there. Down into turn 1, and Sam Swift almost into the back of Lucas Person. On board with the double world champion who leads the championship and aiming to become the first ever triple world champion in ALR history. Love the helmet, by the way. I must admit, I am getting very excited by that helmet design. Fantastic. Minnesota's on the harder tyres, and it's not fact checked by me, even though it's on the Grand Tower there. And also, I probably should have said it earlier on, but yes, Menace is doing a good job there. I love this handicam shot. Fantastic indeed. Look at those 3 cars there. All 3 are Grand Prix winners with varying varieties of success in Grand Prix racing. Toy Corner scampering off the circuit at the chicane now. The Ferrari driver making a mistake, and that has brought Brabbit back into the facility. This is all championships in ALR. And any minute mistake in ALR, it just really costs you. It really does, as I found out on Tuesday. But having said that, I was ill. But sadly, I think I've still got like 4 license points then for my rudimentary. Well, come on, it's a minute because Sam Swift is up in a second now, and Sam Swift has now got into second position. Another second part of DRS, and he's going to have a go for the lead. Then surely into turn 1 and 2, he has a go. He's through, and he goes through. Goodness me, that's a bit of the rough house in there, but Sam Swift Ninja has taken the lead and go ahead of Menace Bike. So that's a crucial part in this race. And Nick Candish has got a 3-second penalty. I thought it was a bit rough house then, maybe. But of course, the long camera shot, it looked like there was contact between the 2 cars, but it's all fine. Pease got penalties now as well. The penalties are starting, and Pease has had issues in the Aston Martin there and dropping down behind 5. There's a whole wing gone there for Pease. That's not ideal, and unfortunately for Pease, that's going to be an early stop, and he's on the hard tyres as well. Almost the second half of the field is on the hard tyres, apart from Legend, who is staying on the medium compounded tyres so far. Oh my word. Now then, Sam Swift Ninja then, I think the shoe's on the other foot now, isn't it? But however, Menace does have the hard compound tyres. But I think the Menace might be looking over his shoulder, rather, as Legends is off the circuit. That's an issue at the hairpin. Dropping down into 19th position there is Legends. Do not know what happened there, as Nick Candish is trying to get himself back through the field. Far fair with the traditional car 15, all over the gearbox of the Red Bull driver. And sadly for Legends, though, dropping down to 18th position. Look at this, and look, we're left. Oh my gosh, and not enough speed in that Mercedes, and Percy's trying to go through here. And my word there, and I think there's a pace out of the Grand Prix. Cannot get that podium that he got last week then, and goodness me, oh my gosh, and the Ferrari is through, is he? He is. And Immortal's dropping down to 5th position, and Brabant's also backing up percentage as well. Farfar's got a penalty, unfortunately, for the Alpine machine. Nope, I'm in the wrong league. In the Aston Martin, Soundswift Ninja's got a 8/10 per second gap already now over Menace, and after it got very precarious then in the opening stage of that lap, then goodness gracious me, Menace had a sniff into turn 1, but then Menace Max left himself the door slightly ajar, and Percy does not need a second invitation to have a go. Unfortunately though, that was it cost them both drivers a huge heap of time. And once again, there are more DRS, and then of course it's very difficult to get on DRS here. And look at that, that's Brabant alongside Keza. No, it's Keza actually alongside Brabant, I should say then. So Brabant somehow keeps the position so far, but Keza on the hard tyres. So good strong for Keza at the moment, as it is for Cam as well. Looking very good indeed there for Cam then, as we mentioned, doing such a good job at the moment. May ran off in 10th position now. 11th position is Coop as a super to get some points today for the McLaren Mercedes team. Champers is in 12th position. Mumford is having an issue out there, but it looks like he's 2 seconds behind now. Equals, who's right at the back of the crocodile at the end of the first lap, is now back up into 14th position, but is being hounded by Nick Candish, and who's in 15th position there. Farf in 16th, Chancellor in 17th, but struggling for pace. Chancellor is then Legends in 18th. Pease is our first retirement of the Grand Prix. I can't say much though, because I did exactly the same, albeit I did it after 12 laps, so that is my defence. So we go into the hairpin. Let's get back on board with Lucas Percy then. And look at the Constantine up then out of the hairpin, and Sam Swift, and both Menace was a harvesting, and of course the red lights were flashing, and we may see a bit more red lights flashing later on. Then there is a chance of rain in the air, which wouldn't surprise you long-term F1 fans. We've had a lot of rain-affected races over the years, as Menace takes the lead. Goodness me, chopped across Sam Swift Ninja there. Goodness me, maybe I'm just getting a bit too maybe, as Menace also says fast on the race, maybe I'm just getting a bit too soft for this Grand Prix malarkey these days. But Menace leads. Second position, Sam Swift. We've got a lot of to and fro here between between Nii Candish and Mumford. Nii Candish is now into 40th position. Mumford all over the gearbox of that Red Bull. So we might see trading positions again then. So the top 3, I would say the top 3 are starting to scamper off. Not too much though, because there's Toy Coin in the background in 4th. Mortal is also closely behind in 5th, and then there's Brabant, then there's Keza, then there's Cam, then we got Knowlesy, we got May run off, followed by Coop, followed by Chappers. The top 12 all in DRS range of each other, but one mistake and it is going to cost you a heap of time. Cam has got penalties at this moment in time. Says Russian, that was an awesome move by Sam then. So the racing drivers in the comments said, basically said to me that I'm a bit too soft then. Good stuff indeed then. Alex for the win, says Kiki. Knee Candish says Serious Person then. Mortal got scared, he ghosted then. Says Serious Russian as to why Mortal had such a horrifying start then, or certainly the second half of the start, which was a shame there for Mortal, because that was a great start. It's a very short run down into turn 1, but I must say that he made up a lot of good positions there at Mortal. He jumped up to 2nd position, but unfortunately then lost out quite heavily at this part of the circuit here, and now he's down into 5th position. I say down to 5th position because he's still in it to win it now. Menace said it's going long in this race, and he's gone for the alternative strategy where you're starting on the not preferred race tyre. I think the preferred race tyre today is potentially the medium compound tyres, and I would hazard a guess that all drivers would probably have gone medium if they were allowed, but you have to use 2 types of tyres in this Grand Prix. Back on board with Sam Smith and a 44-point lead in the World Championship at the moment there. Whatever happens here today, you will not lose the World Championship lead, will Sam Smith Ninja, who has been an absolute machine then since the opening stage of this season. He only races not finished on the podium was back in Portugal. Absolutely stunning stuff indeed. Equals, I think that's his second adventure tonight. Down in 16th position, and that's a lot of debris on circuit as well, and a lot of damage there for the Alpine. And an Equals, similar to, I would say similar to Pease, but he's out of the Grand Prix. But sadly, Equals got to come in the pits there now. I think that's going to condemn him. Is that the right word? Condemned? It's going to condemn him to a 2-stop race now. And of course, but then again, I think they're going to be hoping for rain then later on. Mumford's got a 3-second penalty. Chazza got past Equos as well, sadly, as we're kind of rooted to the front here. I do like to try and see what's going on up and down the field there. As my feet are freezing. Well, I've got to get out the old hot water bottle in a minute. Equos then into the pits. There's the LP machine then coming into the pits, and they're going to have to change the nose cone for that car 52, sadly. Now medium tyres, and yeah, the medium tyres are not going to get from here to the end of the race. I am sure of it. Of course, on lap 9 out of 35 around here, no VSCs here so far. No VSCs, no virtual safety cars, no safety cars either. Back on board with Sam Swift. Why am I back on board with Sam Swift? Because I love that helmet. It's absolutely spectacular. I'm going to be dreaming that when I go to sleep tonight. Down to there, once again, looking at the front tire, but not as badly as Menace on those hard compound tires of the Mercedes-Benz there. And Sam Swift there is looking very menacing, not as menacing as Menace is. If you get the cut of my jib there, and now here he comes, and the World Championship leader, the double world champion, takes the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix and gets ahead of Menace Max and Cirrus Mushroom, our panic gossip, and also our strategical analyst and expert says that Menace will have advantage at the end, but it will be hard to break the DRS set, and so it absolutely is the case. I think that you can see that it's very hard indeed. However, having said that, it's top 8 this now all in DRS, and Nosey has fallen out of DRS, and May Ranoff is causing Nosey all kinds of panic here as they on board now with the RB machine, but May Ranoff as of course the other RB down in 17th position there. So at the moment, RB, is that over the car? Really having troubles there. Here's Coop, who's looking very strong here tonight, isn't he? Coop is hoping to get some first points of the season. In 12, I think the Coop's got the situation the Champions had last season, really, where it's just not going too well. Who could this be? That's a lot of unstable rear posterior. I got the same problem, Coop. So I do feel you there, but Coop there just a bit unstable there on those hard tires. And needs to be careful. You got to treat these tires quite respectfully. As remember, this circuit, I think it was 2010, where they liked a lot of the tire wear. As just as I go across there, and Menace retakes the lead then, and who's that? Toycoin's in the pits, and he's rolling the dice there. Kez has got a 3-second warning. That's not ideal. Bravitt I'm in 5th position there. Goodness gracious me then. So all got very heated down in the final chicane there. So Barth also 3-second penalty as well. So Toycoin then, is that going to condemn into a 2-stop race around here, or can those medium tires get to the end now from here on in? On board with Menace once again then, 5/10 of a second there. Menace, and as Cirrus Russian mentioned there, it is very difficult to break the DRS, and as you can see then the not so new pit exit now these days. Of course that pit exit's been there since 2006, 5, 4, maybe 3, maybe 2 actually. It's a Mumford. It's just up the road from Toycoin. Toycoin's got a lovely bit of track there, and it also ledges out the pits as well on the hard tires. So we, of course, I think it was Eccles that mentioned that we do have a slight chance of rain in this race. I think that rain is very much disappearing. And of course the chance, as look in the background, that's Bravitt, who might be saving my blushes here, as Keza has got past Bravitt. I know we do 5th position there. We've mentioned Keza's frustration over, I think it's just with the car performance and all the handling that's going on, but I think that Keza's not enjoying these current era of Formula 1, is he? But it's great to have him really chomping at the bit once again. Percy's 6 tenths of a second back. The top 3 are now 2 seconds in front of Keza. On board with Cam, who's doing a great job at the moment. Cam is, as I mentioned there, I keep saying I'm going to say it again, because why should we not say it more and more? Cam doing a great job. 2 points finishes in a row, going for his third. However, that black and white flag next to his name may be an issue later on in this race, but now, however, we're not going to worry about the negatives so far, because Cam is in a superb 6th position, which is a mega 17. Sean has a wobbly bottom. Absolutely, I've been trying to tow that bad boy up, but unfortunately it's not going well at the moment, as I think it's got more saggier as the week has gone on. But to be fair, I've not been well since I think Tuesday, because well, I didn't feel too bad on Monday, but then I woke up Tuesday feeling absolutely horrendous. I still went to work because that's the kind of trooper I am then. So, of course, I would like for you to all serenade me with flowers and biscuits. Actually, chocolate would do me. Here comes Brabham up in the 4th, Cam up in the 5th, and Kez has lost 2 positions there. And who's that in the pits? I think that's Brabham then, just having enough, and he has had enough of that shenanigans there. And Brabham into the pits now for the McLaren Mercedes. Here comes Keza. No DRS there for Keza. Keza's got a very slippery red ball, hasn't he? Fantastic. But unfortunately couldn't get past Cam going down into turn 1. Where is Brabham going to come out in? So he's got on the hard tyres. Oh, as Percy now 4 seconds in front of Cam. So the top 3 have certainly broke away now. And look at the pedigree of the top 3 in this race. Is fantastic. Multiple pole positions between them. Multiple Grand Prix wins between them as well. 2 out of the 3 have been world champions. Menace is in the wrong era of ALR Formula 1 at the moment. If he was in a different era of Formula 1 ALR, he would certainly be a champion already, in my opinion. Menace has. He has the performance, he has the pace, and sometimes he does go missing in terms of consistency and maybe strategy calls there. But Menace is certainly an untapped champion there. But sadly, just like one Pablo Montoya, wrong place, wrong time there. But of course, Menace has still got a hell of a career in front of him. Kez has got past Cam there. These drivers were not expected to pit. And Percy's in the pit. So Percy, oh goodness me, look at that big old lock up there into the pits. So Percy's pitted then. He's blinked first then. Mayranov has unfortunately got a penalty there. So we are not expecting any pit stops now, apart from Sam Swift Ninja, for the rest of the field for a number of laps now. Thank you very much, as Mushroom has serenaded me with chocolate and... what is that? Oh, it's ice cream. Fantastic. I'm going to be honest. I looked at it. I thought it was something else then. But luckily, no, I didn't read what was on my mind. Otherwise, I think I would have been demonetized again. Out of the pits now. I wish I was that important. Out of the pits now comes Percy, and he's got right behind Toy Courtney. That is a horror show for Percy. Percy, these are crucial laps then for Lucas Percy, the world champion from season 9. He needed to have a fresh bill of clean air. Then he's now stuck in the dirt out of the front. But Toy Courtney ain't going to care, is he? He's thinking about his own race, Toy Courtney, and Toy Courtney is in that battle for the lead as it stands at the moment. They're flowers, are they? Oh my goodness! I thought there was ice creams. Oh, that's lovely. Maybe I just need to get my eyes checked, or maybe I need a bigger phone. I said that. I think that Samsungs don't do anything bigger than a notes these days. As having a sniff there, as Samsung Ninja, as Cav is taken for a position over from Keza again. Then Samsung Ninja has stayed out then. And I think that is a good sign, isn't it, for Samsung Ninja? Because even on 14 lap of medium tyres there, he is still very happy indeed then to just match what Menace is doing then. And he's going to have fresher, harder tyres at the end then. Goodness me, I thought that Ferrari's on the wall then. Percy now into 11th position then. But unfortunately for Percy, he is now going to really be starting to tow this Ferrari along. On board with Toy Coin. Lovely orange helmet design there from Toy Coin. Only one retirement so far as we approach half distance in this Grand Prix. And I got to say, tonight's race, it's all been an American theme for me today as I've watched a bit of the IndyCar, where Alex Palou won. I think Alex Palou's like a 3-time champion in IndyCar. I'm very new. I'm a noob to IndyCar. I watched a bit of it last year, but this year I'm really going to try and watch a bit. I'm also going to try and watch the classic races as well to really get the cut of the mustard there. But yeah, it's just another series to be honest. So I started watching it a bit last year and the year before, and I was just really intrigued to see what Grosjean was doing, to be honest there. But I'm going to try again this season. Ironically, this season Grosjean's not in it anymore, I don't think. I'm sure he's a test driver or something like that. As Cam has lost out again, and Sam Swift Ninja now comes into the pits. Look at this traffic now. This is the problem of pitting early. But having said that, but because they pitted early, this is where Menace Max and all the drivers are going to have to really now step on it and really get some times on the board. The likes of Menace, Keza, as we got a lot of shenanigans going on there. Who was that then? Is Nick Candice up into 7th position? Farf is into 8th. Of course, wherever there's shenanigans, Farf is always involved. Then we got Percy in 9th. And Mumford is in 10th position as well. Mumford could be the rear gunner here for the Ferrari. Toy Coin trying to go on the inside there. Goodness me, that is a very unorthodox overtaken there. Farf is lost out then to Percy, who's up to 8th position there. Something's on the camera there, goodness me. Oh, and more contact, and there's more contact between Toy Coin, Mumford, and then Molto. Unfortunately, I think it was an innocent bystander there, and My word, there. It got a bit fruity into the first chicane. It got very fruity into the second chicane. Farfus picked up another penalty there. Toy is in for a podium if he gets no penalties. And currently at the moment, Toy Coin has no penalties. And he muscled his way through. I think that was Toy Coin there. Need to get his elbows out here. Because, of course, then as Samson's out in 13th position there. Cam back him in second then. Great drive from the two kick Samson at the moment. Toy Coin needs to get his elbows out. Because look at that. He's now behind. A second, almost 2 seconds behind it. And look at Percy. He is flying through the field like a hot knife through butter. This is the person that we have been missing for so many races, and my goodness me, he is back to his best, is he? Maybe. Am I speaking too early? Well, after Spain's performance last week, I am not going to stand on ceremony, Mr. Wayne. I think he is back on confidence. Excuse me, need a bit of decorum in this commentary box there. Or if a Mumford doesn't happen there, says Serious Mushroom. Well, what did you make of that, Serious Mushroom? I thought that Toy Coin was probably being a bit impatient there, but let's be honest about it. I can't even keep the car pointed in the right direction. Oh my word! The Sounds of now in the top position. I would like to know what Serious Mushroom and any other commenters there think about that incident there. Well, it wasn't really an incident there because they've all got their pieces in the right direction, which is something which I certainly haven't got. Oh, bit of a tap on the old chappers there. Goodness gracious me. Sean swallowed his tongue again. I do a lot of swallowing, Key. Oh, goodness me. Right, to be honest, let's go with the food allergy there. So, yes, I do swallow a lot of food. And look at that. Just like Percy. Whoa, cuts across Farf's nose cone there. I don't think Farf is going to appreciate that one too much, is he? But up into that position now, I was going to look to see how many starts Farf has had, but... at the moment, though, I'm too invested there. Chappers up into 9th position. Farf is down to 10th, but Farf is having none of it. And Farf is very much having a horror show in silver. But the last 2 seasons in silver, Farf is... Oh, my goodness me. Great manoeuvre there from Toy Coin. And just like... it's racing. It's racing stuff. It's a serious pressure. 999. Oh, Sam shift up the inside side. That made me jump. Goodness me. Oh, gosh. It's... Oh, gosh. My word. Don't worry, folks, I haven't got any monsters on me tonight, sadly, as I've tried to be a good boy in the world there. I haven't said that, though. The Monster Zero person out in front of Coop. Oh, my word. And now, look at this. Oh, there's contact between the two cars. That's damage to Samtrip Ninja. Oh, my goodness me, the world champions in major peril. That was a big old hit on the rear posterior of the Ferrari. Oh, no. And I think that's costly. I think that's going to be costly. He's got up the pit, surely, Samtrip Ninja. And oh, my gosh, there's a glance and blow the old wall as well. Samtrip Ninja, he has to carry on, but the Haas, my goodness me, as fourth pair is up into an position, Mumford 12, but here comes Samtrip. He's went into the back of Toy Coin there. Food allergy. Are you sure? I'm never sure. I'm not sure. I'm sure. Oh, terrible. Brabham happened to 13th position now. My goodness me. Oh gosh. To be fair, now I think the ALR admins love it when I'm on commentary, don't they? Because I always seem to dig myself a bit of a hole. But my goodness me. At the moment, Samsung Ninja's in a major is in a hole as well. To be fair, damage to the wing. That's ruined Samsung's serious Russian. So I thought so as well. I just wanted to make sure someone confirmed it, really. But I know Samsung Ninja is absolutely supreme, becoming one of the most decorated world champions in ALR history, one of the most decorated drivers in ALR history. It's well on his way, but that is going to be made. Look, he's dropping back from this gaggle of cars and Samsung Ninjas. Menace is in the pits. So Menace is the first of the drivers who start on the hard tires to come into the pits now. Brabham then, who's now on the back of Farf. Of course, these two drove in silver for many of you. And now, as Brabham is going to have a sniff, is he? No, Chappers in the pits there. I was Farf. I wonder if Farf wants to come in the pits there, but Brabham was in his way. To be fair, if Farf wants to do something, he does it. So I don't think that Farf would be too concerned about that. But the back end is slipped out there for Farfar. And now Mumford. Oh, and Mumford has spun Farfar around. And Sam Swift is going to be happy about that. But unfortunately, I think that was just that was unlucky there. But for Farfar, ain't going to care. As Nolsey also getting through as well. As I think that, goodness me, I think that Farf would be a bit unhappy with that. Oh, that's a red ball off. Who's that? That's Nick Candish. And he's spent it down for it. And he hasn't come in the pit. pits there. Oh, there's debris all over the circuit here, and there's debris going up into the trees as well. Oh dear, it's all getting a bit, it's getting a bit precarious now. I'm only second on the meet. Oh gosh. Oh dear. Percy takes the lead then. I wasn't saying oh dear, but let's just say I've coughed. There's something very nasty has hit me. Right, it's Cam is now into 11th position. Knee conditions in 12. Here's Nosey. Nosey on a newer medium tyres and may run off. It's in the pits, and Toy Coin is up into 6th position there. My goodness me. Longer Sam wants to fix it, the worse it'll get. And far from Mumford, Formula 2 all over again. As Farfar's got 10 second penalty, I think there's a lot of frustration there from Farf, unfortunately, because Farfar's on a decent race, wasn't he? I was really mixed up with the likes of Chappers. Percy leads, and I must say, Percy's cut through this field very nicely indeed. Then, sadly, we haven't seen much of Percy cutting through the field, but my goodness me, isn't it great to see Percy back? Yes, don't get me wrong. I'm a bit of a neutral, but I do love to see drivers really get to the peak of their powers again. We haven't seen it from many drivers. That's what's happened. It's Toy Coin. He's got no penalties, but he's having to recover. So something's gone wrong with the Ferrari. And Soundswift Ninja's lost about 3.5 seconds there after the contact there. It'll be interesting to hear what Soundswift Ninja makes of that. It's great to see Percy back to his absolute best. We've seen flashes from Toy Coin, from Troy as well. Troy not here tonight, but I feel that Troy, we've seen the peaks of it when he was driving the Ferrari with Lucas Percy a few seasons ago. But hopefully. We're going to see Troy back to his best as well. Percy cutting through the field was like a hot knife through butter, says Kiki. Absolutely, Murray Walker. Murray Walker with one of those famous lines that absolutely love that. Yes, indeed. Then Percy broke through the field superbly well and really did a good job. Sadly, Sam Swift and Toy Coin have not had so much luck. I'm doing Percy injustice there. It's not luck, it was skill. Fantastic stuff indeed then. We've got more drivers in the pits. I chased it into the pits onto the medium tyres now. Mumford's got a penalty there, as unfortunately Mumford might be in the bad books of Farf, but I must say, don't worry Mumford, I'll be in the bad books of Farf for a very long time. At the inside there, and I think I'm still in the bad books. I'm in the worst of books after me pitting quit escapade last week. Menace now into 2nd position there. Goodness me. Am I allowed to tell anyone off for quitting again? Probably not, to be fair. But there's a Menace now in 2nd. Morto in 3rd. Coop doing a good job there. I wonder if Coop's going to try the soft tyres potentially. I'm probably going to get booed out of this commentary box in a minute. No, he's in the pits now. So scrap that. I was maybe trying to sound more clever than I actually am. The 2nd McLaren is down in the 4th position. It's a great day for McLaren. Very good day indeed. Look, Brabham is, Toy Coin lost out then to Brabham and now is down in 6th position. Here comes Cam doing a good job. His teammate is behind him. Cam is on the quicker tyre but does have penalties. So Sam Swift 2nd. Knowlesy, one of the earlier adopters of the harder tyre in 8th position there. He stole that move from me. 9th position is Keza and the Red Bulls. 10th position is May Runoff. And Coop has his, look at that. He's in the 11th position. What a drive from Coop today. He is my driver today. I do not want to say anything else though. Chalmers in 12th position. Miller's got a 3-second penalty there. Legends in 13th. There's Mumford in 14th. Just cut out the pits now. Farf in 15th. 16th is Equaz. So Equaz got no penalties, but it's going to be difficult to get points from there. Nick Candish said lost his nose cone there a couple of laps ago. Is now come out the pits and is trying to recover there. Only one retirement so far. Then 18 cars remain out of the 19 that started. Percy leads. Menace is now in 2nd position. But look what Menace is doing. He is dragging along a mortal here. Lap 23 out of 35. So the chance of rain is certainly dissipated since we thought it was going to rain during the early skirmishes of this Grand Prix. Keza cutting across the Willie there of Knowles in up into 8th position as Brabham and Toy Coin. Toy Coin is now back on the 4th position there. No, Toy Coin does not have any penalties at the moment. We'll check out the penalties around lap 30ish just to see what is occurring there. But I would say, on this evidence, that I don't actually know, to be honest. I'm not sure what strategy is better, to be honest, because Yeah, Percy's leading by about 3 seconds above there, but Menace is almost out of DRS range here. This is crucial. Menace is trying to scamper up there. He does not want to bring Immortal to the party, does he? He wants to have a straight fight between himself and Lucas Percy, does Menace. Aim for his second Grand Prix win of his career. Immortal has got a couple of Grand Prix wins now. How many you asked? Let me check my own book. It's 4 wins now for Immortal. And I apologise to Immortal. He's had 15 pole positions there if I said he didn't have anything more. Yeah, so Immortal has got 15 pole positions, but 4 wins out. 2 Menace has won so far. This is going to get very good indeed then. Heart attack made me miss a race. You have a sniffle and 1 Chockies and flowers. Jeez, says Serious Mushroom. To be fair, Serious Mushroom, I'm a bit of a whip. I can't even. As Kes has now passed, as Sam Swift as well. Sam Swift, as Cam is now. Look, this is a horror show for Sam Swift. We've been saying how well he's been this season. These are the races, though, where you need to maximise for Sam Swift. But unfortunately, the performance of the car is completely gone because of his damage to the front wing. That's a lot of damage as well. He went to the back of Toy Coin, had quite a hard hit there from Sam Swift Ninja. Steady on, gentlemen. Sam Swift Ninja has got a lot of wing damage there. You'll see the end plate. Look, there it is. It's completely gone there from the kick salver. You'll see it now. Let's get a better shot of it. No, not Serious Rush. I've got him on the brain now. Sam Swift Ninja has of course lost the end plate there on the kick salver. That's why the world champion is struggling. The world champion has not finished anything below 4th so far, and was certainly really very much. Was certainly very much on a Emerson-esque style of season back in Season 5. Remember that season? Only once he finished off the podium did Emerson. And remember, the only reason why he finished off the podium there was because Farf gave him a penalty, or didn't remove a penalty or something like that, which I must admit I found quite funny. But that's who I am. Yeah, of course, remember, Serious Russian was only, going back to Serious Russian's great start there, not about his heart attack, of course, but about he's never missed a race. Only time he missed a race was when he was in the hospital, so fair play. And then there's me with a little bit of a runny nose and a bit of a headache, and my whole world was ended. Yeah. To be fair, when I was ill as well, actually, last week, I did go to work, but as soon as I got home from work, I was in bed about 7 o'clock, and literally I didn't move until like 6 o'clock the next day. And to be fair, I really wish I was able to take time off work as well, but unfortunately I couldn't because it was oh my word, Toy Coin there. Almost into the wall, goodness gracious me. That was very precarious indeed there for Toy Coin, as Knowlesy needs to get past Sam Swift here, which I know is a difficult job to do for Knowlesy. But look at this study, because he's trying to get past the double world champion, now Mayranov is all the way up behind him then, and he's lost a lot of time here. So I think the Knowlesy, look at this. I'm wondering if they're doing the Alonso and Hamilton tactic from 2013, where it's where both of them don't want to be in front. They both of them wants to DRS, but who has won out in that battle of the wits? There's the DRS line now. It is Knowlesy. Great position there for Knowlesy. Then Knowlesy with a world of experience. Ekwan's got his first penalty of the evening, sadly. Knowlesy has got, I think it's the most starts in ALR Gold history of 147th today. Goodness gracious me. And it's now in 8th position. I've used a lot of that experience there. And Coop is on the echelons of the points as well. Fantastic. Oh, Farf has got a penalty as well there. As a look at this then. Of course, Sam Swift Ninja, he's got no penalties as Sam Swift, with just under 8 laps to go. That could salvage Sam some points here. Otherwise, he needs a safety car. He needs something, Sam Swift Ninja does. Otherwise, this race is turning into an absolute disaster, isn't it? And Sam Swift Ninja can drive around a lot of issues then, but with wing damage then on these very aero-efficient cars these days, on these very aero-efficient cars these days, it's just impossible to drive, isn't there? Albeit these cars were not meant to be too dependent on aerodynamic. It was all meant to be under the car with the Venturi tunnels and stuff like that. As it accelerates now, does Coop. And my goodness me, what am I going to watch? I think we have to watch the lead, don't we? Because look at this, goodness gracious me. As now as Mayranov has got past Knowlesy, Coop was lining up a move there for Sam Swift Ninja as well, but Sam Swift has somehow kept the position there. Coop needed to get past because Chappers is now all over the gearbox as well. And I do think Chappers will be hungry to get some points there, but Williams are looking strong today, very strong indeed. Then Menace who is absolutely flying as well, and he is Cooper's through and up to 10 minutes there. Sam Swift Ninja is not in the points yet. It's not in the points now, sadly, because of the issues. The damaged front nose cone on the kick salver. And now here comes Menace, and he's going to have a look there. No, I think he needs to be going to be safe here. He needs to overtake then quite quickly, and he needs to scamper up the road by 3 seconds there on those medium tires. He has caught up quite quickly here, but here he goes, and Menace there is going to take the lead, and he does take the lead. Menace Max is on this lead in this race, but in terms of time, Percy still leads this race. It still leads this race there. But so it's so now the pressure is on. Well, pressure's on both drivers, to be honest, because Percy's now got to somehow stay within 3 seconds of Menace, whilst Menace has now got to avoid any more penalties and just use the performance in those tyres before they fall off the cliff. Which I don't think the cliff really exists anymore in Formula One. But use those performance in those tyres. Sam Swift Ninja is not giving up that easy as he's now retaken Chappers for 11th and 12th position there. Nick Candish has got past Farf as well. It's been a very entertaining Grand Prix on lap 29 out of 35. Now, looking forward to our party Tuesday, Sean. Your setup will be ready. Oh God, Mushroom, please don't give him crap one like in the past. Did I say your setup? All fire in the chat today. I love it. To be fair, the reason why I blame the fact is that I've been using the internet setup, and that's why I've been so slow, and not because the fact is that everyone's now on equal car performance, and I'm actually being found out that I'm actually not very good at all. And even in the realistic performance, when I was in the fastest or second fastest car, I was still languishing about 15th, to be fair. So even with the points changes in bronze, I'm not doing very well, to be honest. Luckily I'm too slow to crash into anyone, which is why I'm scoring points. Anyway, that's my analogy. Anyway, let's leave it there, shall we? I don't think I belong in bronze, to be fair. I must admit. Anyway, just it's certainly been a bit of a rude awakening. But I must admit, I was fear of it as well after having the McLaren for realistic performance last season and struggling to even get in the top 10 most of the time. I think that it kind of was expected. Here's Coop then. What a drive from Coop today. I'm in charge of driving today, but sadly Farf has stolen that off me because he can't trust me, which I'm absolutely disgusted by, because I think that my driver of the day choices have been very good indeed. As just watching Cooper at the moment. So Menace is still in DRS range. Percy's still in DRS range of Menace at the moment, but and he still has a 3-second penalty. Brabbitt driving superbly well in 4th position as well. Driver of the day is out then. Percy, Brabbitt, Coop, and Max. And I gotta say that is such a tough choice there, because all 4 of them have drove superbly well. Cam's drove superbly well as well. To be honest, I'm going to vote for Coop because he's driving superbly well today, Coop, as he's been fantastic in my opinion. It's great to see as well. And McLaren needs us because they're languishing at the bottom of the constructors, and it's just not been ideal at all. And here comes Coop, as in Soup, and it's alongside Knowlesy, takes Knowlesy, and goes up into 9th position there. Knowlesy there, almost into the gearbox. That's McLaren there. Of course, 2 of the most successful teams in ALR history, as well as Formula 1 history. Knowlesy there is having a sniff there, and nothing more than that, though. Next up is Mayranov, who's also got pounds to us. Sam Swift Ninja into the pits there for the double world champion with 4 laps to go, and they're changing the front nose cone then. So Sam Swift Ninja was just losing too much time there. Serious Mushroom said that he was just going to lose too much time as well, but what choice did Sam Swift have then? I think he was just going to wait for a safety car to really keep himself in place. Sadly, that hasn't occurred then for Sam Swift Ninja fans, and that is unfortunate. It's just accelerated away then for Sam Swift Ninja, and out in 16th position. And Farf also in the pits as well, trying to steal that pass. Is that point for Farf? I'm sure that Farf has got a number of starts in his name as well, hasn't he? Back on board now with Lucas Percy, who is just as there's a car run quite near them there. Was it? Who was that? No, it wasn't. It was just my eyes to see me. There's a Morsel in 3rd position there. Morsel should stay in 3rd position at the moment then. So that's the top 3 then on lap 32. On lap 32 then, just on board with Lucas Percy on lap 32 out of 35 then. Let's take stock then. Let's get these penalties, have a look at this then. Menace, 3-second penalty. Percy's got no penalties. Immortal's got penalties. Brabham's got no penalties. He was a great drive from Brabham. Toy Coin, 3-second penalties. Cam's got 6 seconds. That's going to cost him just about. He needs to find a 10th of a second over Keza, who's doing a good job there. May Ranoff has got 12 seconds, which will promote Coop, which will promote, I was going to say Knowlesy. Knowles going to lose out now to his teammate. Well, he's still 1.1 seconds in front then. But Knowles will move himself up into 9th position then. Chapper should move himself up into 10th there. Yeah, so I think that may run off, may struggle to get points from there, but that is how it stands at this moment in time then. Equals in the pits as well, as Coop is now past that may run off and moved himself up into 8th position. Doing a good job, Coop is there. Stayed out one the longest on those hard tyres that he started the race on, and is now on the mediums and is absolutely flying. And Knowlesy is next up then to pass Mayron off as well. I still can't decide which is the better strategy to be on, whether it's the alternative one we're starting on the hard to the mediums or go from the mediums to the hard tyres. Well, it depends on who wins the race, to be honest, but Percy has been superhuman today. But looking at these... oh, his Coop is going to have some issues here. Knowlesy's going to have a look there, but Knowlesy thinks better of it. Brabbit has lost out to Toy Coin, but Toy Coin has penalties. Brabbit doesn't. Here comes Knowlesy then. He didn't think about it into the escape, but he's thinking about it into turn 1. Knowlesy launches at the inside contact there, as it's getting a bit of rubbing down into turn 1, but Knowlesy is through. But Coop, I'm sure Coop will be trying to come back at him on this lap then. Yellow flag. What's happened then? Oh, it's Keza! Oh no! And Keza's off the circuit as he got damage to the Red Bull. No, he hasn't. But that is awful for Keza. As Sam Swift's got the fastest lap then. Sam Swift right down the order. Unfortunately, what happened to Sam Swift today? That's going to be a part of the. That's going to be the major talking point in this race is just the Sam Swift Ninja there getting damage on the back of Toy Coin's Ferrari, and then since then it's just been an uphill struggle for Sam Swift out of the points then. Very unlikely that he will get in the points now. Toy Coin has got back past Brabbit. Keza has recovered in 10th position then, so Keza might be able to still get a few points then, but that is costly for the Red Bull driver. Coop, as in Soup, has got back past Knowlesy now as a bit of a rewind there from, but well, it's not rewind actually, because Coop overtook into the final chicane whilst Knowlesy overtook into turn 1, and Knowlesy there used the McLaren, who is punching a hole in the air to have another go then, but no dice then. May run off on 6 seconds second down. Toy Coin's got another penalty up there at the moment. Let's take a look at the penalty situation there. Toy Coin's got 6 seconds of penalties. That if Coop can find some pace, I'll say, can he find some pace? He's doing superb. As what's happened? Mayronoff, he's off the circuit, and Mayronoff with 12 seconds of penalties was going to struggle to finish in the points anyway, but now I think that's condemned him to finishing outside the points, unfortunately, and that's going to be a shame indeed then, isn't it? Oh my goodness me, and look at this then, we got, this is a battlefull position then, because of course, it's in a battlefull position because Toy Coin and Cameron both got 6 seconds of penalties, and Cameron is on course to score a fantastic 5th position at this moment in time. He's driving superbly well in that second kick Sauber, but at the moment then, I think there was just one lap to go. I think that wonder if Cam might just try and throw it, leave himself in DRS range right up until that final back straight, and then launch an attack at the very end. But Cam's car is not looking too happy there, not compliant at all into turn 1, and really struggling to put the power down. And don't think Brabbit's going to be too concerned. He just needs to keep this final lap. Clean there. Same with Percy as well. Percy does not need to overtake this Mercedes driver, but he would love to, as Percy is on course to score his second win in a row, which will be a mighty statement in the championship potentially for Percy. It's still he's still going to have a bit of a potentially a long way to go still. Here comes Percy now. Percy is still at the moment 71 points behind then. And now into the final turn, and Lucas Percy out of the final turn, and he's going to win the Canadian Grand Prix and his 28th Grand Prix win of his career. Lucas Percy, 2 wins on the bounce, and my goodness me, after a difficult start to his campaign, has now won 2 on the bounce then. And is this an announcement saying he's coming out of Sam Swift's Ninja's championship lead then, potentially? Menace there. That one penalty right in the end there has cost him his second Grand Prix win. That's so close yet so far. Unfortunate as Toy Coin, where did Toy Coin finish? Oh gosh, I've forgotten now. I think he finished 4th or 5th then. I think he finished 5th. We'll have to decipher that in the end. Coop, what a drive in 7th position there. He is my driver today, to be honest. I'm 33% as well with Percy, Brabbit on 17, and also 17 for Max as well. And as Toy Coin does finish the points and Chappers, so Knowlesy finished 8th. Keza, ninth edition, and Chappers, I think, completes the top 10 there. Well done, Gold, says Serious Russian. Coop, driver of the day by 42%. There, that's fantastic, 17. Cam, driver, to Cam, the game driver today, and I absolutely no quarrel with that then. Kiki, great race in top 3. Fantastic stuff indeed, wasn't it? Oh, gosh. Right, I need to get some tissue, I think. Not for any of that, you dirty sods. Of course, I've got to blow me nose then, as I must admit. Luckily, I got tomorrow off, which is fantastic stuff indeed. Then, mainly because why have I got tomorrow off? I don't actually know. To be honest, I think it's probably because I booked the wrong week. But there you go. Nevertheless, but I do have the Australian Grand Prix weekend off, which I think is not next weekend. It's the weekend after, isn't it? Cannot wait. It's going to be fantastic then to see F1 back in action. But with IndyCar back and also NASCAR back as well, and also the WEC also returned as well this weekend. Then I've got to say the dark winters are over, and it's all about it's all about racing now, which is what we all love to see, isn't it? Let's take a final look then. Percy, 28th Grand Prix win of his career, second of the season, second in a row as well, and is now the gap down to under 50 points now. It's still quite a bummer thing. Well, accurately, I do not know, but it's under 50 points now. Menace second, third Immortal, fourth Brabant, fifth, I think it's Toy Coin with Cam in sixth position. Seventh is Koopas and Soup with Knowles the eighth, ninth Keza. 10th position is Champers. Legends 11th, 12th Sam Swift. And fast up. May ran off. I forgot. I didn't see the rest, unfortunately. Oh, God, that sniffle again. Absolutely. I've got to milk this. I am very unwell, then. Goodness me. I'm gonna certainly go to bed with a hot water bottle in a minute. I think then because, my gosh, absolutely, absolute scenes here. Anyway, enough about how poorly I'm feeling. Let's hear how well Percy's feeling. Percy, 2 wins on the bounce, your 28th Grand Prix win of your career, but maybe more importantly than that, your form is back.
Yeah, I'd like to say it is. I remember saying to you 2 weeks ago when you asked me what is my aim for the season, and I said I'd just like to get a win. I was not expecting even to get that 1 win, let alone 2 on the bounce. So, at the moment I'm over the moon, happy the form is back, and hopefully it can continue like this.
My goodness me. And with Samsung Ninja only getting a point today for fastest lap then after having an issue with Toy Coin in the hairpin, you're under 50 points now. I don't know the exact amount, but you're under 50 points now. It's still a long shot, but it has shown that Sam Swift's got a bit of a chink in the armor after such a positive start to the season. Can you feel that is something that you can take into your stride then going forward then? Because maybe I'm being a bit too premature here, which is nothing unusual, but are you in the championship fight now? I feel you are.
I'd like to say I am. I mean, who doesn't want to be in the challenge for a drivers' championship? But I think when it is, Sam at the top, today was just an off day for him. Unfortunate damage cost him. I'm pretty sure he still would have been up here with me in Menace at the end if he didn't get that damage. So I'd like to say I'm in the title fight, but unfortunately, I think this season it's going to be a bit too late for me now. I think unfortunately my form's kicked in a bit too late. And yeah, Sam doesn't really make too many mistakes, the same as Menace. I mean, today you saw that he absolutely just flew up to me on the mediums. Unfortunately, the 3 second penalty has cost him the win, but yeah, I mean, when you're fighting against people as quick as them two, then you have to take up. You have to hope that you can get as many points as you can throughout the whole season. And unfortunately, the start of the season has hampered me a little.
So with we're halfway through the season then. So anything can happen still. But what has changed for you then? Because these two are very different circuits than Barcelona and here in Montreal. So it can't be circuit specific then. Have you found something? And if so, you're going to tell us.
Yeah, I've found that. No, I think it's just these are two of my better tracks on the game. I mean, I don't like I say every race I do. I mean, I don't practice for the races, so I think it's just the tracks that I'm better at. I'm obviously going to perform better at because I prefer the tracks and I'm a lot quicker around them. Tracks like China and uh, Bahrain, I'm very slow, so it's when we go to those sort of tracks, it's yeah, that's where you expect to see me at the bottom. But like today at Canada, I said to Chappers before the race that I feel quick around here, and as soon as we got into qualifying, I set that first lap, and I thought, oh God, this feels alright. I can throw the car into some of these corners, and yeah, it was all feeling good. So I was feeling confident from the start.
And next week, unfortunately, you do not know. We do not know what circuit it's going to be. It's going to be one of those mystery races again. Then, how do you feel about these mystery races? Then, do you feel that this could potentially help you with the lack of practice that you're doing, or is it just more of a luck of the draw?
Yeah, I love the mystery races. Obviously, like you said, with me not doing any practice, it kind of balances things out a bit. It kind of allows me to sort of start the race on the same level of playing field as everyone else in the lobby. So yeah, I do enjoy the mystery tracks, and I'm looking forward to whatever track we get.
Fantastic stuff. Well done, well done today, Percy. And that was your 28th run through of your career. Fantastic stuff indeed. I did say that. I did say that's a bit short. I sold you a bit short when you come across the line there, because I think I said more importantly that you got the 25 points in your second win of your second win of your season. But one more thing then. Do you feel then going on to the remainder of the season, just 8 races to go, with such a short season? Do you feel that these seasons are too short and we should have a more longer season of about 20 to 22 races?
I prefer the shorter seasons, to be honest. Yeah, I've always preferred shorter seasons. I don't know why. It's just something that I've enjoyed doing in the past. So yeah, I think if we can have more shorter seasons, it allows for more seasons in the game, and you get to race at different tracks. You get to race against different drivers, and you just have more entertainment for the people watching.
Brilliant stuff. Well done today, Percy. Congratulations on your 28th win of your career. Fantastic stuff indeed.
Thank you
And
very much.
and let's come to Menace Max today. Menace, goodness me. I was potentially thinking this is going to be your second win of your career, but sadly, I say sadly, a second position again then is your 17th podium visit. But is this one that's got away for you today?
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got to say that the pole merchant's back, and just couldn't convert it today.
And where did you pick up that 3 second penalty? We missed it on the street films, but where did that penalty crop up for you? Was it in the final stage of the race?
Um, to be fair, by the end of it, I was nearly at a second one, but that was only because I was just driving it quick to see if I could brake, and I wasn't really bothered about warnings after I'd got the penalty. So it was in the middle chicane. I just took a little bit too much entry curb, and it put me slightly over the line on the exit, and it is what it is.
And but did you feel that you was crawling up to the back of person quite quickly? At the time when you caught and passed him quite quickly, I would maybe was saying that potentially you can get that 3 second that 3 second gap over Percy. Did you feel in the car at the time that was something achievable?
I don't know. I probably thought at the time, being hopeful that it might be, but I forgot how good the DRS is, and my tyres were slowly going off. So yeah, just not enough.
And of course, at the beginning of the race, it was fantastic there. But you was the only driver, I think, in the top 5 or 6 that was starting on the hard tyres and going for the alternative strategy. I must admit, at the time, I still can't decide now which is the better package to win this race then, because both strategies seem to be quite closely matched then. But when you was on the grid and you seen all the other drivers on the tyres, was you like, "Ooh, I've made a mistake here," or was you confident in the strategy call?
To be honest, I didn't expect to get pole today because in the practice sessions I was 2.5 tenths off, and then Immortal and Sam were up there quite quick, so I didn't expect to get pole. So I just took the risk and went on the hards. Surprised no one passed me in the first 5 laps realistically, and I kept them behind, and I thought it was going all right from there. To be fair.
I would say it's probably one of those Hamilton traits there, where you struggle throughout all practice, all of a sudden you pick up the pole in the down stages of qualifying. That's a fantastic trait to have. But and of course, it was very nip and tuck. Then that DRS train stretched all the way down to 12th position then in the opening stage of the Grand Prix. Was you concerned then, or was you very much on your wits end there, where you was just like, oh, one mistake here and I could fall out of the points then, or was you just focused on the job in hand?
Yeah, I was in a rhythm and just kept going, and I knew realistically that being the leader of the train when they were on the mediums and started on the mediums only meant that I had pace. So that's better than I usually do. So I just kept going, driving as I was driving, and see where I ended up when I pitted, and I could catch Immortal pretty fast. Got rid of Immortal out of it, gapped him quite substantially, and then just didn't have the tyres left against Percy because that DRS. I had the DRS from Percy when I gapped Immortal, and you just need that little kick of something just to get a little bit of a head start. Otherwise, when you're in front, you're just driving as fast as you can, and you don't gain the extra time, and it's just it's a bit rough. But I tried my best.
How would you sum up the season as a whole for yourself? Because you've had two podiums this season, you've had two non-scores as well, though. How is this season going for you? Because I think in the season preview we were saying that he was going to be one of the closest challengers for Sam Swift, but Sam Swift has absolutely taken off so quickly in the opening stage of the season. At the halfway point, how do you rate your performance?
Not brilliant, to be honest. It's probably definitely worse than last season when I first joined ALR. To be honest, it's since Australia, as I say, I've mentioned it before. It was just that confidence knock, and then I didn't really want to practice for the mystery track. Not that I could have anyway, but yeah, and just had a couple of issues in Jeddah. I had my brake was dragging slightly in qualifying, so I ended up with a P8 in practice. I was P1 all the time, so yeah, I just bad driving and a bit unlucky as well. But yeah, mainly just not the best driving consistently wise.
And you mentioned that mystery race, and then we got another mystery race next week. Percy likes the mystery races. What do you feel about them?
Yeah, they're fine. I mean, most tracks I can just kind of sort of get on and hopefully go fast. Apart from Portugal, I wasn't too fast around there to be fair. Survived, but I want too fast. But yeah, it should be good.
Really good stuff. Well done today, Menace. Great job on
No,
that
thank
podium
you.
as well. And hopefully we'll see you on the podium more often and maybe getting that second Grand Prix win of your career.
Yeah, hopefully we'll go for it. We'll go for it.
That's what I love to hear. Fantastic. Well done today, Menace. Brilliant job. And that is it then for our podium sitters today. I can't remember who was third now, to be honest. It was such an incredible race then. We'll be back tomorrow night then for some more action in Canada. And then, of course, we do have bronze on Tuesday night as well, which Sarah Brusham has promised me a setup then. Chappers, I really wish people would learn to drive cleanly there. So Chappers is not impressed with some of the driving up there today, sadly then. So hopefully we'll understand more about that comment coming up tomorrow as well. But that's going to be it for me. I'm going to bed then. And I'm going to have a lovely long lie-in tomorrow, which is fantastic stuff. Sorry for anyone who has to go to work tomorrow, but I just want to rub it in. Fantastic. Right, see you tomorrow for silver. Goodbye.